I'm Ilan Cooley, and I started talking about the subject of isolation and then started writing about it coming out of last year, because I went through a period of time where I had suffered a number of personal losses, and I also was dealing with some pretty serious chronic physical pain. And I realized that what I was doing was becoming more and more isolated, but I was also trying to pacify the situation. And one of the things that I was pacifying with was drinking wine and eating comfort food, and even binge watching television, like watching lots of TV. And I realized that binge mentality, like whether it is like a glass of wine or more than a glass of wine, and eating too much comfort food and watching too much TV, it wasn't that healthy for me. So when I started to try to come up with some more healthy coping mechanisms, I realized that I needed to take an inventory, and part of that inventory was to see what I needed more of or what I might have needed less of. And it didn't mean that I cut out all the other things entirely, because I think that there's a really good place for them. But one of the things that I did a lot more of was I got a SodaStream. And this is a fairly affordable way to add a little sparkle to your water. And I found that I was drinking a lot more of it, to be honest, and that water improved everything from sleep to my mood to just about everything in making me feel better. And I didn't used to drink coffee at all, but I took up espresso. Espresso apparently has less caffeine than regular coffee. But I picked up these beans in Costa Rica on a trip, and I actually ordered them online from the little roadside roastery in Costa Rica. But what I found out since is you can find lots of different roasteries locally that do their own beans. So I grind my own beans, and I've come to understand a little bit about espresso. This again is a very small espresso maker, and it's like an affordable version of an espresso maker. But if you push down on your cartridge and you temp it, the temping is the secret to good espresso, because it creates the crema or crema. And this is also just it's still comforting and it's a pick-me-up, but you can pair espresso with different pastries or chocolate, and you can get different flavors out of your espresso. So it's really a great, it's like a good hobby that is even like a supplement to wine. And the trick is to temp it so that you get that nice creamy finish in the espresso, and then it gives the espresso a fuller flavor, and it really brings out the flavor in the espresso. So the trick is to, again, get that crema or crema. And I like to, put my sparkling water in a wine glass sometimes, because hey, that gives it a little extra flair, a little extra sizzle. And I'm not saying that I'll entirely replace wine, because that would not be true. I still really like wine, and I'll continue to have wine. But these are just some alternatives. I find that if I have like 2 of the SodaStream containers in a day, then I'll feel great, and then I can maybe enjoy the wine later. So those are just a couple of the things that when I was doing the personal inventory that I thought I could have more of, and maybe change the balance a little bit. So that helped me as I was working my way through isolation. Definitely is a personal process and personal decision, so you would have to make those decisions for yourself, but hopefully with a couple of suggestions, those kinds of things might work also for you. So I hope you enjoyed this Isolation 101 video, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.